Not to drag out the introduction any longer than I already have, it is Sixshot, Transformers Titans Return Leader Class action figure from the assumed final wave. I don't recall this being either the second to last or really being the last, because distribution is all over the place. It's out of whack with the line this year. It's unfortunate because I don't remember Combiner Wars being this hard to find some great figures. Anyway, great in sarcasm and quotation. So let's put the figure aside for a moment so we can take a look at the packaging. First and foremost of every single video review on this channel, if I've got the package, that is, which every single Marvel Legends figure I do. You've seen the Wall of Legends. Anyway, 6 modes as it shows off. Sixshot, Titans Return, Leader Class, Decepticon Revolver being his Titan Master, and Sixshot being Sixshot, with the Decepticon insignia right there. Sixshot on this side, onto the back here, or should I say the side here, and here we got the Decepticon insignia onto the back of the packaging. And here we got a brief summary for Sixshot and Decepticon Revolver. So pause the viewer if you can read all that, because I can't tell if it's in focus. 22 steps of transformation for all of these? I guess, maybe, I don't know, we'll find out together. So, as you can see, the Titan Master gimmick is that it works with Deluxes, Voyagers, and Leader Class, but not the Titans themselves, the Titan class figures like Fortress Maximus and Tripticon. Nope, not one bit. So anyway, other figures available in this line, if you can find them, good luck. There you go for the Titan Master, there you go for the Deluxe, there you go for Voyager, and there you go for Leader Class. Yeah, that's right, Soundwave, Leader Class figure. That doesn't work too well. Anyway, that's it for the packaging. Not much else to show there. So before we bring the figure back into the screen, why don't we take a look at the horrible instructions. Yeah. While they're so bad, my camera doesn't even want to focus in on them. I don't blame you, but yep, they're here, just in case you need them, if you can work around them. But shouldn't be that hard. And here's the trading card. I just got to flip it the right way, and there we go. Got some tape here blocking his face, but there's the same artwork of Sixshot in all of its glory. On to the back, and here you got the specs for the figure, Sixshot, with the added firepower of Decepticon Revolver. It's alright. I've seen better stats, so there's that. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring back in Sixshot, which I'm going to showcase off his robot mode first and foremost, because that's the way this figure is packaged. So this is how you will see him in store. So there's really nothing special to it. I mean, it's Sixshot. What else can I say? It's Generation 1 Sixshot done in a more modern take with more articulation and, dare I say, better paint apps. That's a bit of a stretch, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, I never had the original Sixshot, so I don't know. There could be some differences. There probably couldn't. Color looks about the same. I mean, my brother had the original Sixshot. It was good. Not much else to say. Let's go ahead and remove his guns, because I have a feeling that if I don't, they're going to whack the camera all over the place, because they're right up next to it. This is a big figure. They do combine, as most weapons from the Titans Return series. So, as you can see, you got your little stepping place for the Titan Master to sit down or stand up in this. So it's a flying barrel of murder death, I guess. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so let's take a good look at the head sculpt for Sixshot. Not too bad. I've seen some people trim up this bit actually, because it's just sitting way too far down, and it kind of makes him look sad, doesn't it? His eyes aren't revealing all the way. As you can tell, he's angry. Now he's sad. He's angry. Now he's sad. Angry. Sad. Showing his brains as if he's got any. Yeah, let's go ahead and show off the Titan Master. So, here he is. Here is Decepticon Revolver. No paint whatsoever. It's all just the color of the plastic mold with the screw hole right there for his belly. You get the whole gimmick. So, transformation like so. There we go. There's the head that I actually had to repaint. Seems to be a little bit of a distributing issue. Seems that they've lacked thereof on the faceplate. So it's actually supposed to be white, and this one was just left unpainted, and it looked kind of horrible. So I had to fix it up myself. So just be warned there. So there we go. And that pretty much takes care of the Titan Master. Not much else to show off there. So let's get to the articulation on this leader class figure. He's got a swivel head. He's got a hinge joint due to transformation. So you get a little bit of whatever that is. And you got a hinge joint for the shoulders. You got rotation here. You got a swivel joint up here. That's due to transformation. I don't even know why I bother with that. Here we go. Here's the bicep swivel joint. There you go. Can go around full 360 if you want. You got a double jointed, really? No, single jointed elbow that gets 90 degrees of play. Hand folds in and out like that due to transformation. No swivel, unfortunately. Nothing at the waist. Let's fold up this piece so we can actually work with the legs here. We got nice ratcheting joints for some really nice kicking forward. Pretty much a little bit back. Just one click. See, one click. Straight back. Straight back. There you go. You do get inward and outward play, but unfortunately it is not on a ratcheting joint. But you can get your JCVD pose on. That's pretty legit, right? Do have a thigh swivel joint right there. You got double jointed. There we go again. Single jointed knees. Slow down, Red. Slow down. So you do get 90 degrees of play there, and then you have some articulation at the feet due to transformation. You get up and down here, very nice hinge joint, and then there's an ankle rocker pivot that's added. Yeah, this actually has no overplay in any of the alternate modes. This is actually for robot mode. Not much else to discuss here. I'm not here to waste time. I'm here to get a review set and done and uploaded so I can satisfy the need of some Transformer fans out there, especially ones that have been looking forward to this one. So here's a look at the figure from the front. Here's a look at the figure to the back. He does have stickers, which is unfortunate. It's just something that Hasbro is still doing to save a few pennies for the leader class figures. I'm not so sure why that is. They are nice stickers, that nice shimmery foil effect, but it's just, I would prefer paint. For the love of God, give them paint. That's just my opinion. I would pay an extra $5 to $10 to get more than meets the eye, if you know what I mean. So, yep, not much else to really say here. So let's go ahead and do a side-by-side comparisons. And, yeah, let's call this one a wrap-up for robot mode. And the only figure to show off is Scourge from Robots in Disguise, or Black Convoy from Convoy Robots. Yeah. Not much else to really say. A Voyager class figure compared to a leader class figure, so he's a beast in all. He's pretty dang tall. And that's your size comparisons for this video review. So let's go ahead and get this figure transformed so we can take a look at the next formation. So we've got quite a bit to go through, and to save some time and not to waste yours, I'm going to go ahead and do this off of camera. Alright, so here is its jet mode, or should I say Cybertronian jet mode, just so Hasbro can get away with it, because this isn't any kind of take on a real jet you see out there. So it's basically just a modern take on the G1 figures jet mode. I really can't say anything about it. I mean, there's no reason to complain at all. It does make the part. It does look good. There's a lot of paint going on actually for this mode. That's actually kind of nice. We get the addition of some silver here with this mode. We get some yellow that would be hidden under the shin guards in robot mode. So that's quite revealing and very nice. Here is the actual cockpit for the Titan Master. There he is right there on the inside. Some people actually fold up the helmet on the inside, which you can do. But if you do that, you won't be able to fit the Titan Master in there. So it's an option. But this is how it's instructed to actually have it. So I guess it's supposed to work as the afterburner or something. I don't know. It's just a thing. There's not much else to really say about it. It does have landing gear. Well, at least one. So a little difficult to actually get this out. Especially if you ain't got fingernails. But yeah, there we go. Not much else to really say. I mean, just sit it down, and this is supposed to act as the secondary landing gear for the back side, so it doesn't really work. As you can see, he's flopping all around, and depending on where you have this position, if it's not completely equal balance like this board is here, then you can see he's going to be slanting to one side. But if you kind of work with it and maybe even straighten this out just a little bit more, because this is kind of crooked, maybe he'll hold up just fine. So there you got that. I really have nothing else to say about this mode, so we'll just go on and proceed to the next one. Third mode, Cybertronian car mode. Not much to say at all. It works its part, basically. I mean, it does have rolling wheels, as cars do. It's got guns, but cars don't have guns unless they're installed. This is a place where you can install them. You can also install them right here if you wanted to, like so. You could have this one on the other side and arm it there. There's holes here that you could do the same thing. We do get extra stickers in this mode here, which are right here. They do have the Decepticon logo, as you can see. But outside of that, there's not much else that is really to talk about with this. It kind of looks awkward. As a matter of fact, I kind of feel like just because of the design, this should actually be the front. And you can see why it is, because there's an actual cockpit here as well. It's funny because this actually does work for the Titan Master right here. Kinda. Maybe not. Well, it looks the part. But, you know, this is more convincing here for car mode. This side here just, it looks like an afterthought actually. But no, I mean, this is the way it is. This is the car mode. And the Titan Master can actually sit here if you wanted to, or sit right here. You can have two here, one being the driver, one being the passenger, if you have extra Titan Masters. And it just looks weird, doesn't it? This is not convincing at all for a driver. Meh. I can't say much more about this mode. It's okay, but it really feels like an afterthought. Again, this looks like the front, but that's just my take on this design. It's really not the best. Moving on. Next up is the tank mode, and I gotta say this is probably the best mode outside of robot mode for the action figure, because this looks pretty convincing for a Cybertronian tank, and it's definitely reminiscent to the G1 counterpart most of all, because look at this. This is cool looking. I gotta imagine that these are like saw blades in the front cutting down the woods of Cybertron, if there are any trees on Cybertron. But yeah, to correct the last transformation, you can get the Titan Master to sit in all the way, just as long as you got his arms up. Yeah, if you have his arms completely straight down, he can't sit in there properly, and he's just way too high for the cockpit to actually close. So yeah, it's good. Turret could be better, however. I get it, you know, due to transformation and the limitations. It's what it is. The thing is, I really would have preferred if these legs could actually attach to one another. The guns obviously attach, and they are the barrels of the tank, which looks good. The color scheme is very nice in this mode. The cockpit, again, works magnificently. And I love the saw feature going on here. That's very cool. Or maybe it's supposed to be like a hovering feature, because it really doesn't have any real working treads, unfortunately. It does have wheels. That's nice. There's wheels here. And there's a wheel down here on this side. So it does roll pretty good, as it should. Not much else to say about it. This one's a winner. I really do like this mode. So I could do with robot mode and tank mode and be done with it. But I've still got a few more modes to go through, so let's move on. Wolf mode. This is actually pretty good, because you do get some articulation as well, because it works with the arms for the figure, works with the legs, and there's too much hindrance going on here. You do get a wide range of displaying options if you so choose. I prefer this more howling at the moon while he's got his arms split this far out and his back legs split out to a certain degree as far as they can actually go without touching anything or knocking his tail off, which is his cannons. Funny. But yeah, these come off very easy. They're pretty sensitive to touching. If you tap them the wrong way, they pop off all the freaking time. And we're not done with the transformation actually, because as you can see, he's got quite the gap here, making him kind of brainless. So the Titan Master actually works for the brain in this mode. I have found it to be very difficult to actually get this to come right back out, especially with the fact that I've had to repaint the faceplate to kind of thicken this area, unfortunately. So it's not easy to pop the Titan Master back out So I don't push it in all the way, which is why you're seeing that gap. Well, not a gap, but you're seeing the top of his head here. It looks good. I'm going to give it that. It does actually look like a wolf, unlike the other Titans Return wolf character that had a horn for the front of his snout. Made him look more like a rhinoceros. Yeah, this looks really good. He's got some teeth. He's got a ton, kind of, sort of. He's got that. And he's loaded with articulation to a certain point, so you can pull off some really cool poses. It would have been nice if he had a ball joint for the head, but I get it. Limitations. Gotta fit it in the budget, but nonetheless, you can pull off some really good stuff here. So this one's actually a winner as well. So there we found 3 so far that has been pretty good. Robot mode, tank mode, wolf mode. Those are my choice to this so far, but we got one more to go, and this one is kind of a cheat. Thank you, Hasbro. And finally, we come to this. Submarine boat mode. I take it this is an afterthought. It doesn't look convincing at all. It looks weird, but it's a thing, and you can take the Titan Master and put it on either side of the seat, just like car mode, right? We got guns at the front, so you do have some weapon play here. You got this giant fin in the back. I don't know what that's for, and you have no wheels. Well, you got one right down here, and this is supposed to balance everything out. It doesn't work too good. It's a floppy mess, as you can see. It doesn't roll too well without another wheel, at least for the front or maybe to the back here, so it's unfortunate. But, you know, I am as convinced as the next reviewer that's already reviewed this thing, and I can say that the true form for this mode is flipping it a 180. And you got a handle, you got 2 barrels, you got nowhere to store the Titan Master, at least for the point, but hey, it would have been nice if there was a trigger here. Yes, come on people, it's the gun mode. Let's face facts, it's a submarine, but if you flip it upside down, it's its true transformation, just like the G1 figure. It's the gun mode. It's convincing enough as it is. This looks good on this side, but if you flip it here for the submarine mode, it makes no freaking sense. It's a mess. It's a nice compact mode. As you can see, everything is pretty much flush, but it just doesn't work the way it should have, because it's not meant for that. It's meant for this. It's a dead giveaway. I mean, this is what Hasbro had intended, but this right here was just an afterthought to prevent some feedback that they weren't looking for, like some really strong negative feedback. But yeah, I'm very glad that this mode still exists in some way. And I've seen some reviewers actually have the legs extended all the way out instead of being compact. Even when I've got it extended out all the way, it's very hard to keep it straight because it's always crooked on one end or crooked to the other end because the legs aren't lined up properly. And it's just a mess. But just having it compact, it holds just fine. It's straight. And it's nice. It feels good in my hands. The handle isn't too small. It would have been nice if there was a trigger here, but I think maybe you can work along that if you actually bring out the landing gear for jet mode. You can add like that's the trigger, even though that's kind of a stretch for your pointer finger, isn't it? But whatever. Not much else to really say about this, but yeah, there you go. There's all the modes, all 6 Alright, so there you have it. That's my video review of Sixshot and all of his 6 modes in one go. And I gotta say, I did trash this figure pretty bad in this review, didn't I? But that's not to say that he's one that you don't want to pick up. All 6 modes are not the best. Preferably, there's only 3 modes that I like out of this guy. Tank mode, wolf mode, and robot mode. Gun mode, it wasn't meant to be. It was supposed to be the opposite, a submarine mode, so I'm gonna let that slide as a neutral thing. You know, it's not good, it's not bad, it's a in-tweener, so not much else to say about that. But the other modes are god-awful because they don't peg into place or they just don't look good overall. And I get it, it's a copy and paste of the G1 figure. Not much was changed at all except to give him a more modern take. I will say, for a copy and paste figure, this is definitely a more advanced action figure when compared to the G1 action figure, which would have made a great comparisons video if I had the G1 figure. but I don't. But, yeah, you don't want to pass him up. He's hard to find right now. As a matter of fact, there's been rumor going around that Power of the Primes is not that far off from being spotted in toy stores. So when it really comes down to it, your chances of picking this guy up is turning to Amazon or eBay at the moment. He is still going for 40 bucks. Price hasn't been dropped, but I haven't seen him in a long time as it is. This was the one and only one they actually had in stock. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. If you gotta pay the extra to get this guy, it all depends whether or not you really want him so badly. Again, 3 out of 6 modes is kind of mediocre when you think about it. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this review. So just wrap it up as a whole. Yes, he's worth picking up, but you're not going to enjoy everything about this guy. But I will say, transformation into all 6 modes, to the credit of Hasbro, it's fun. And that's all that really matters. You gotta have fun with your toys. If you ain't having fun with them, then what's the point? Questions or comments, you know what to do. Hit it down below in the comment section of the video. If you liked today's video review, hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down button. That's your choice. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay up to date and see other video reviews similar to the one that you're seeing here today. Until then, this is the unprofessional toy reviewer, Reddit's Power, signing off saying thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you whenever you see me.